Hello, in this video I'm going to share some amazing secrets with you on how to pick the right name for your business and in general how to get started with picking the domain name and getting a logo. This is the most essential thing of any business. You want to make sure you do it right. Hello, my name is Dimitri and I'm the CEO of 3D Media. We're one of the most successful and award-winning advertising agencies in the world. We've helped thousands of companies out there reach their goals of growing, and they've grown at a very rapid pace, and we help them basically holding their hand from beginning to end. And in the last 20 years of my career, and I have an MBA degree and I have an advertising degree. I've completed programs in Harvard, so I know a thing or two about business and advertising. I'm going to share some of these secrets with you here. Thank you for watching. Let's dive in. So how do you pick a name? What makes a good name for a business? I've done many case studies. I've researched this through and through. What I noticed out of my research, boiling it down to these simple points. You want to be short and memorable. I know it may sound obvious. Guess what? Not everybody gets it right. I see many times people make the mistake of having long names. And the problem is, in today's time, all the names have been registered, and it's very hard to find a short and memorable name. But it is possible. Nevertheless, if you make the right research, you can definitely do it. And before you even start thinking of a name, you want to be aware of two things. You want to make sure you're able to register the domain name and get a trademark on it. So keep that in mind when thinking of a name. So now let's move on. For example, our brand, 3D Media. I started the company with virtual tours, 3D virtual tours. At the time, the number 3D, which is cool and short, was not available. So I went with 3D Realty because specifically we were catering to realtors, and I was with 3D Realty. There was a small mistake in that, and I've learned it, that whenever I said I'm with 3D Realty, people assumed that I was selling real estate, which I wasn't. I was creating virtual tours. It was kind of the same idea, but I wasn't selling real estate, and my customers were realtors, and they assumed I was their competitor. So I learned my lesson, and I rebranded it to 3D Media. And again, at the time, the number 3 was not available, so I registered it 3 spelled out. 3D Media. I didn't let it deter me that I couldn't get the number 3 at the time because it was still a good name, and it helped me get started, and we built a nice clean logo. As you can see, those 3Ds, very memorable, very clever. You get it from the moment you see it. If somebody sees these 3Ds, they know it's us, and that's how you want to have your name as well. Straight to the point and short. Later, as we got more successful, I was able to actually approach the owner of this domain name and buy it for a lot of money. But I believe in the value of the name a lot. As you're gonna see me talking a lot about branding, it's the most important thing is for you to be memorable. If you're spending all this money and effort to be out there in public, you want people to be able to remember who you are, to be able to spell who you are. If they can't spell who you are, then they will make mistakes, and who's gonna get that business? Your competitor will get that business. The competitor that will oftentimes, when you misspell somebody, like let's say you registered a name graphic design with a Z instead of an S. It sounds cool and you think, oh, that's available, that's easy, sure. But then they spell it the right way, and then the customer goes to the wrong business, and you've just basically given free advertising to the wrong person. All right, so short, memorable. Keep the name consistent with what you do. Sometimes you can use a name that's not truly related to you, such as, for example, Nike. What does Nike mean? It doesn't mean anything, but it is memorable. It's short and memorable. So you can utilize a name that is unrelated to what you do, but it's short enough and catchy and is not used for anything else, and you can brand it to yourself and basically trademark that name so it's unique to you. And that's actually very good, because anytime somebody searches a term, they're not going to see anything but you want to be the owner of that search term. Second, domain names. A lot of people make the mistake of going with names that are not .com. Sure, you can get started with not .com, but guess what? If somebody's using a .com name and they're in the same type of business as you are, most people, statistically speaking, will type in .com and go to the other business. Do you want that? No. You definitely don't want that. You want when people are searching for you or trying to get to your website, you want them to get there right away. So get that .com if you can. And I know it sometimes might not be cheap, but there are ways to negotiate. There are ways to find the right .com name that's available. Let me actually show you some ways you can find it. I'll give you some tools. So here is a great tool. I'm giving you my secrets of how you can find great .com names. Go to GoDaddy.com. They have this search tool that's using AI. Try our AI domain search, and you can describe to the AI the name of your business, and it will help you find the unregistered domain names that are very cheap to register. Because if you're trying to get a domain name that's already owned by another business, you'll have to pay whatever they want you to pay or negotiate. But let's try to find something that's not registered. Let's come up with a business. Business idea. I'm selling thermal water bottles. I want a short name. Before you have to sit and brainstorm, now AI can help you do all of this. Aquafusionbottle.com. Not bad at all. Bottlethermal.com. Even better. The shorter, the better. And you want to stick to .com, and you can filter it by .com. Another reason, by the way, why you want .com, because .com has the preference, like, of all the search engines. You'll get higher search results, better search results under .com names. They get priority. And typically speaking, there is an advantage of actually buying an existing domain name, because if somebody used it for another business before, it already can have backlinks and it have age. If you're using an age domain name, you have priority with a search engine. So you might consider actually buying a domain name from somebody rather than just registering a new one. But nevertheless, if you want to save money and you're starting out, this is the way to go. Hydrochills.com. Thermal. I don't like the chills with a Z, because then you have to explain to everybody. Like I used to have to explain 3D Media, the number 3 you spell out, THREE, letter D, media.com. Now just 3dmedia.com. Everybody knows where to go. And this is how you're going to want to have it. So bottlethermal.com. Love it. Bottlethermal.com. And I can't believe it's actually available. You want to keep it as short as possible, right? The shorter, the better. If you can abbreviate, even better. Coldwaterbottle.com. I mean, it can get even more generic than that. Actually, sometimes you don't want to be too generic in your business name, because then you'll have, like, for example, if you search cold water bottle, you're gonna have so many results that have nothing to do with you. You do want to have it a little bit more unique to yourself, so that keep that in mind. Like Aqua Freeze, that's a cool name. Actually, another point, as I said earlier, you want to make sure you trademark it. So do a trademark search. You'll go to this USPTO office, United States Patent and Trademark Office, and then you do trademark search. So let's see one of the names that we've got here. Hydrochills. And remember, even if it is available, if it's super generic, you might not be able to register the name. The patent officer might say that it's too generic and it's not eligible to be registered. I'm actually still fighting with the patent office to register our name, 3D Media. I think we're almost done. We got it. I will have a whole podcast with my attorney talking on that subject, and I highly recommend you watch. It's going to be very cool. We're going to be sharing so many secrets on how to register a name that is actually generic. It's not easy to do, but we figured it out. But anyways, it looks like Hydro Chills is available. People register Chills, but it's not Hydro Chills. Even if a name is registered, I'm not an attorney. I'm not giving you legal advice. Go to an attorney. But from what I understand, even if the name is registered, but it's in a different industry, you might still get away with using it. Talk to a good attorney. I can recommend some if you call me. That will help you with that path. Just keep in mind, name, keep it short. As short as possible. You can use abbreviations. Make sure .com is available, and you can search for those names using the tool I showed you. You can use ChatGPT for ideas for business names. There's so many tools now, but as long as it's short and memorable and it's easy to spell, you don't even have to spell it, but you don't want people to misspell your name. Don't do a variation that's going to have misspellings in it. Hydrochills probably was the bad example, but I just used it to search for a trademark. If possible, we'll have some kind of relationship to either who you are or what you're selling. It doesn't have to be exact. In fact, don't be too exact because it becomes too generic. And then lastly, get a good logo. Let's look at some of these best logos and what they have in common. And there are some things about these logos that, let's say, not common, okay? So for the most part, most logos are going to be very simple, not too many colors, with some exceptions, right? Google has a few colors, NBC has, but that's kind of part of their brand, and that's okay. A good logo, in my humble opinion, and from research, is two-tone, three-tone, even monotone, like look at Apple. It should be a simple graphic. It shouldn't be too complicated, although KFC, I think it's a little bit cartoonish, but that's okay. They're a big enough brand. If you want something to really pop out from far away, or whether it's small or big, especially if it's an icon, look at this, like the Facebook logo. When it's a small icon on the screen, you can still tell whose logo it is because they did it well. If it's going to be too detailed and it's a small icon, you'll never realize what the logo is. Again, Red Bull, you see, even though they do have a graphic of a bull, it's relatively simple. It's just text, sun, and two colors. Keep the logo as simple and as clean as possible. A short, quick story, and I'm going to end the video here. If you don't know the story behind the logo of Nike, I highly advise you to learn about it. Just long story short, they actually didn't pay much for the logo. They gave the person that designed the logo some stocks. At the time, they weren't worth as much as they are now. So I believe historically, this is the most expensive logo ever made. Don't quote me on it, but reading on that, it's quite a fascinating story. The person that ended up making the swoosh Nike logo is a millionaire just from one logo alone. And I'm sure it helped the brand 1,000-fold having that good logo. So that concludes our video on naming and branding. Short, memorable. Make sure you register at .com. Make sure it's easy to spell, and make sure you can trademark it. If you found a name that you like and it check mark on all those 5 points that I just made, then you have a winner name and you're ready to get started. And now make sure you have a good service and you have a good website, and etc, etc, etc. If you need help, as I always say at every video, we actually make logo design. We can help you pick a name. We can do consulting for you. All of those things we do, so you don't have to worry about it. Come to us. We can do it together. It's very inexpensive. We'll help you out. Go to 3dmedia.com, see how easy it is. Find us there, contact us, and please leave a comment down below. If you have any questions, I'll personally try to go through every comment and respond to everyone. Please drop a like to this video. It helps the algorithm, first of all, share with you more videos like this if you enjoyed this one, and push this video out to more people. Lastly, subscribe. There's so many more videos we're going to push out, and they're free and they're very educational. You're getting it from a resource that knows what they're doing. Award-winning services for you for free. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.